Look, man.
Where? Oh, I see.
Wow.
Oh, my. Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture?
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling.
Much has changed. Look at our environment.
Look at the environment. Y'all, I think we are going to cozy up here, down here on the I'm gonna call it the Malala room.
Yeah, okay. So we remember the time when Malala kicked us out of our normal studio?
That was the best thing to ever happen. Give Malala more prizes and accolades for this impact she's had. She continues. Malala, come on the show.
Honestly, at
in
this
2026. No, she's coming.
Yeah,
and we're gonna do a kickball
I do think
episode.
now we have to have her. Oh my god, a kickball episode.
We should have a sports like a right, guys? Like something where, or just like
live from the court. What do they
live
call
from
a kick? Would you call it a kickball
Diamond?
field? Kickball diamond.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't know.
really where we falter in terms of expertise.
And we host a damn sports podcast somehow.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
By the
I'm
way,
having a great time.
If you don't know, now you know. 2 Guys 5 Rings, which we can confirm for the millionth time is the name of the podcast, and no one stopped us, and they can't now.
And they can't now.
Has
And
premiered.
I loved that on Today's Show this week. You had Miss Jenna Bush Hager kind of giggling to herself because I was like, of course she knows.
Oh, she knew.
She was knocking back the Captain Morgan in college watching that video.
Remember the Billy Idol song Rebel Yell?
You think that applies
That
to
was about
JBH?
Jenna Bush Hager.
I fucking love her.
I am obsessed with her. I love her. I'm having the best time. Literally, I was saying I don't really have much to promote, but then I was like, oh wait, yes I
You're on
do.
the
Our
Today
full blown 2 Guys 5 Rings podcast.
Oh, yes.
So I was like, oh yeah, of course I'll go back, and I'm the last friend.
That says a lot.
And so I made a whole joke about how that meant I was second place. But by the way, I just do want to say I knew the entire time I wasn't getting that job. I
Right.
did not want that job. Just to talk about employment status, my employment status at NBC
We're
for 1
talking
second, and then
employment.
we'll get to him.
No.
But I was
We're
like,
both still employed.
everyone was like, were you disappointed? I was like, A, no, I wouldn't want that schedule. B, Chanel Jones should have the job.
The legend.
And I will say I knew the whole time I wasn't actually getting it.
Right.
But I did like that everyone thought I was a contender. I liked being in that conversation. It was fun.
You liked being in the mix, as they say.
Yeah.
And just how perfect is it that you got to work in morning television?
I mean, ultimately at the end of this week, I'll have hosted it 20 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
They got to get you a smoking jacket for that.
Truly, I guess that I would have 4 SNL jackets at this point.
Yes, 100%.
And just to speak on SNL.
What is that? I'm not
Have you already
familiar.
forgotten?
No, of course not.
So if you've been living under a not even a rock, a boulder.
A big rock.
You may not know that Bowen Yang, my sister here, my co-host, my bestie, has decided to
Suddenly depart.
shockingly suddenly depart.
This is me.
After 7.5 years, the shocking departure.
So sudden. So... But this is the thing. This is honestly what's behind it. It's like, it's time. Like, you would do 7 seasons and then you would scoot. And then, like, COVID and the current media landscape, the current, like, entertainment ecosystem is, like, so turbulent that, like, people have completely valid reasons for staying longer or, in a lot of cases, don't have the, like, privilege of staying on as long as they would like to. I have this very beautiful thing where I get to say that I stayed on exactly as long as I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was maybe unsure, and I've said this before, I was maybe unsure about going back in the summer, and I'm so glad I did.
When did you make I feel like
Oh my God, Barbara,
now
exit
is the
interview.
part where I ask a lot of questions that I know the answers to. But I mean, I've been really waiting to do this episode with you, and I've also been waiting to do an episode with just you, and I know a lot of people out there have been wanting us to as well. And it's not because we don't want to, guys. It's whenever we're not together, just us. It's just because logistically we could not do it, and we feel like if we're going to do a culture catch-up episode, it should be a culture catch-up episode. And so
100%.
that's what it is. And the podcast is many different things and will continue to be many different things, and we hope it surprises you week to week. But I've been waiting for this because I am excited to hear how you're feeling. How are you feeling?
I feel so good. I also want to point out the tea is, like you're saying, like,
Let's say the tea.
You already know the answers to these questions you're about to ask, but also I don't think you and I have really talked about this.
Not really. I wasn't able to be there, which hurt my heart, but
really bummed me out.
I was there the last time I thought it was the last show.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I was there in spirit, sobbing, laying on my back in my Orlando hotel because I couldn't believe just how perfectly it was ending.
Like, that is it's like landing the Mars rover on like a square foot of terrain.
Yeah.
It was like there were no guarantees about how any of it was going to shake out. Like, I went
lots of unruly factors.
Totally. Like, working there is just making peace with the fact that like things are completely out of your control. Down to like the audience response to a joke.
Yeah.
You know, like that is I think having that and like going into it like down to like 12:55 a.m.
Yeah.
Not being sure if that sketch was going to go to air. I was like, there's a million reasons why I could get cut. Nothing is guaranteed. Like, that is sort of in a nutshell, like, it kind of is perfectly like illustrative of what that job is. And it like was resonant all the way through to the end. And I feel really, this word is meaningless, I think, maybe now, but like so grateful.
I don't think that word is meaningless at all, because I think that there probably were so many times during that experience where you didn't know if you were going to be able to end the experience of working there with gratitude. So many different people have many different kinds of experiences leaving that show.
Yeah, like you come in and there is like a shared experience of being at SNL, but then ultimately it comes down to like there's like a collectivism there, but there's an individualism in terms of like everyone is on their own journey there.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different like length of their tenure, completely different struggles. It is like what the experience of living is, which is like it is it is suffering to the point of having to like arrive at a nihilism, and then you create your own meaning from there. That is what that job is. Of course the pull quote's going to be like Bowen Yang calls SNL suffering, like, but it is.
I actually think this year I give so much less of a fuck about what the pull quotes are.
Yeah, totally.
And we were texting last night. I'm just so excited about the future of the podcast now. I really am.
Yeah, because
not that, and I don't think that this is going to change it necessarily in terms of you not being there.
Yeah.
I just mean like, I don't know. I think after everything, like after this whole year, just like looking back and looking forward, it's like this is the thing that's been so consistent for us.
Yes.
And it's the thing that I want to honor and bring honesty to, and like, yes, authenticity to, and my number one main focus. And I think that because of the past 7.5 years, like your energy being, primarily focused there, now what's so exciting to me for you is even what you said the other day about how you were like, what's crazy? I don't have to tell someone I'm unavailable just because they want to do something in the fall. Like, totally. I don't have to say,
which
I'm
is a
sorry,
good and a bad thing.
My October is booked out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you actually have like freedom now to put energy into whatever it is that you want.
It's harder to get out of an unwanted plan.
Right. That's true.
True.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. And I also want to acknowledge and honor the fact that like this was like a joint tandem experience for us. Because like the show gave us a lot.
The show meaning
SNL. We like went through it together in like, I think in a very like evident way. It was like one of us was on the show, but I think we were both like living with it.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously,
I
did not experience working there, but like I always felt like it was a part of my life because of its omnipresence.
Yeah.
In not just yours, but also Sudi's, also so many people, and so I think that what I've always been looking forward to for you is just more autonomy.
Yes.
And like, but just to speak again about the experience of working there.
I love Matt's like interviewer energy being directed at me. This is so exciting.
Bowen Yang is the guest on this week's podcast. No. But in terms of like, you said you're feeling really good, like, and that you're grateful that it all ended up the way it ended up. How do you think you'll feel when the first episode of the new season comes out?
Well, we're going to be in Japan.
Busy by happenstance or on purpose?
Not, I think both.
Yeah.
I think this is like, so basically what's happening for me, for both of us, is that we are kind of like fire hosing new sensory experiences towards us. Like, we're going to be like eating food.
Yeah.
Going like listening to sounds, touching things. Like,
wait, touching things? What in Japan? Where?
We're
I thought for a second
things.
we were going to go to a petting zoo, and I had to wrap my head around that. It's sometimes
Basically,
hard for me to think about touching animals. You know this.
We're going to the Nintendo Museum.
Oh, that's huge.
We're going to the Ghibli Museum.
Hot ticket.
We're going to be touching things.
So I think it's just funny because I feel like I'm like trying to redirect it back to the show.
Yes, okay,
but,
yeah.
But no, but like I guess it's exciting that you feel excited about other things because I didn't know how you were gonna feel after it ended. Because it does warp you a little bit. Like, I can give that take now that you're not there.
Absolutely.
Like, there were times where I would come to the show and you would be there and I was like, what happened here?
I know.
You know what I mean? The energy could alternately be so high and unbelievable and the best energy you could ever experience, or through the floor to the point where I'm like, why are we even doing this?
Well, you know what Matt Whitaker said? Our friend Matt Whitaker said to me, he was like, by the end, it seemed like even if you had like a light show or like a bad week, like you just, on Saturdays, like it didn't stick to you. Like, you kind of showed up, you were like, okay, here's the rundown, let's go out to music, like when this sketch goes up. Like, I had like, and this is an indicator for me that like, oh wow, like this is so beautifully sort of wrote to me that like that comfort is like not necessarily the point of being here. Like, there is such a beautiful crucible of that show, and now that like I'm done with it, now that I'm through the gauntlet of it, I'm like, that is one of the most meaningful experiences I will ever have. I can't believe I got the thing that happened during the last sketch, the Delta One Lounge sketch, was I look out and I was like, I don't know if like emotionally this is gonna be like necessarily the resonant thing, because what happens, according to some alums that I've talked to, including Adie Bryant, she was like, oh, like I cried more on Wednesday at the read-through than I did on Saturday, and I was like, oh, interesting. Like that, like I was sobbing at the read-through.
At the read-through in front of everyone,
Matt, and like.
Why do you think?
Here's why. In the sketch, I say, it's like a metatextual thing. It's like, oh, it's my last shift at the Delta Lounge. But in the sketch, I say, I've loved everyone here. I've loved every single person who works here. And I immediately broke down because like I was,
because you knew it was a lie.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because I was telling the truth.
Sure.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm being a bitch. Of course.
And there's like
even the struggles with people there, which anyone would have with any colleague they have, but of course they're in the most heightened experience atmosphere. Like, those are gonna be hot and cold relationships, to say the least, but those are so valuable.
100%. I've learned how to work under what seems like an immense amount of pressure, which it kind of is and it kind of isn't. But it's like I've learned so many things that have applied to so many other things. I always said like the credits don't transfer. I would always like go into like press stuff for the show and be like, oh, you know, it's so fun. Like I love that job. But you know, the process is so singular there. You have an idea on Tuesday and it could be on TV by Saturday. It doesn't work like that anywhere else. It's a dream factory. I don't have to memorize lines. I just read off the cue card. I pitch to the rafters. I say the credits don't transfer. Like this isn't how it works anywhere else in show business. But yet, Culture Awards is a perfect example. I was like, oh, I think this benefited both of us. That like I had an understanding of like what to do, how to do it, how to work with someone like Liz Patrick.
Yeah. Who's the director of SNL who directed the Culture Awards.
the Culture Awards. I was like that was kind of like the veneer cracking on like that idea for me. Anyway, I cried on Wednesday at the read through because I was telling the truth and because there are no other occasions for someone to say that at that place.
Right.
Because we have to just like be like funny, like and like ironic, and there's a refraction of like what's being said and how it should be received, and like I will absolutely cop to the fact that that Delta One sketch was like completely self-indulgent, because like what am I gonna do? Like
that's fine.
Tell a straight like give a straight joke bag.
Well, for a second I thought that because it did weirdly feel like you for the 80 trend forecasters weekend update piece to be the last thing, because that was 80's last thing.
Yes.
And I think that also the fact that was 80's last thing, and she was on the show for 10 years.
Yes.
And she wasn't necessarily, well, she was not given that type of platform like you were given, and we should say very few people have been given that.
Yes.
I think it's like actually quite rare. And so I guess my question is, as it's going, and you know what that's felt like at the read through and everything like that, and it's getting to be like it's 12:51, 52. Did you think there was a possibility that it would not happen because in a way you had that moment, and therefore like you've been in the costume before when things are cut?
Literally, I've been in the costume when things are cut. It is completely devastating because you are just like emotionally, I don't know, like on edge. You are gearing up for something. Literally, you are in the gear for something, and then like it gets taken away from you. I want to say that like because of the Wednesday thing and just like going into that week at all, I was already like blessed by the fact that it was Ari as the host, Cher as the musical guest.
Yeah, wild. My whole thing was, how were you supposed to stay after that? You could never have gone back after that. I thought after the 50th it could never. I was like, I didn't understand why you were coming back this season. Like, just to be candid, because I was like, it's after the 50th. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like other people were gonna leave, and then you went back, and now it's like, I'm so grateful you went back.
I'm so grateful I went back.
Yeah.
And like, as the night's going on, like, I was completely zen about it.
Either way was okay with
Either
you.
way was okay. Because 80 was there. There was just, I'm sorry, there was like an outpouring.
Yeah.
It was like people that I hadn't heard from, and people that like I'm sorry. It's people. It just felt like a really beautiful thing where what I was saying earlier, like as I get on the floor, like I look out, it was like basically like everyone who worked there just on the floor showing up. And I just looked out and I thought, I'm so lucky that I ever got to work here, and I'm so lucky that I get to make this like little statement that's like barely veiled, where I'm like, I love you all. Like it was I'm so lucky.
Yeah. And it's not really like a place where, like you said, like where emotions get laid bare like that. I feel like people may remember highlights of the show where it feels like that might be the case. But you working there day in and day out, year after year, you know that it's not some place where it's like you're necessarily like free to be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling and I'm expressing it exactly responsibly,
Totally.
etc. And so that was a question I had for you is, how do you think you've emotionally grown as a result of being on that show and the experiences that you've had doing it?
I feel like I've been accelerated in terms of, like, you know how like a presidency ages you like
Yes.
12 years or whatever in one term. Like I feel like completely I don't know. Either I'm like ripened or I'm like rotten.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've experienced the full spectrum of things, because you're right, like working there is completely dysregulating emotionally.
Yeah.
Like either you are soaring or you are like completely in the dumps, and that's just how like it's like them's the breaks, kid. It's like that. It's like a show busy blowhard. I'm not saying this is anyone in particular, but it's just like you are constantly reminded by someone or something or some event where you're like, God, this is just how it is. This is how it is. And every week you get like a condensed version of like a developmental process on a project, let's say. Yeah. And Jesse David Fox writes about this, like all three words in SNL, Saturday Night Live, are about time. Mm-hmm. And it is just time sort of like encroaching on you emotionally, physically, process-wise, creatively. Like it is all of those things bearing down on you. And then if you are able to figure out, if you have the time to figure out how to like deal with all of that, then you will be so well equipped for everything else. Yeah. And that doesn't matter if you're on the cast, if you're a writer, if you're in the wardrobe department, if you're in any other place at that show. Like it is, wow. Every department there is filled with is a convocation of the most amazing people with this workman-like attitude about showing up and doing the job and not having an ego about it. And then of course there are moments where you have an ego about it. Yes, but it is like a collective thing. And like I guess there was like some perception that like I felt like exceptional in any way. I really didn't. Anytime I got like some shine on me, my genuine instinct was always to make it about everyone who works there.
I mean, I do notice that about you. Like, and that's why I was so happy that moment happened at the end of the show, because like I said, I was like, oh wow, it would be very like him for this thing with 80 to be enough for him.
Absolutely.
But I was really happy that you got more than that, because I do think, I mean, you've done it several times today. You've made your experience, and you've mentioned you trying to bring me into it. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yes, you do.
You experienced like all of this stuff in a way. And one thing I want to say is that not everyone leaves that show and is like ready to positively impact the workforce creatively. I can tell you that.
Sure.
And so the fact that you are leaving intact emotionally, creatively, and like in terms of your humanity is like, you know, it's a feat.
There was no other way. I'm going to say like it's that Seth Meyers thing where he's like, Mike Shoemaker told Seth, like, you're going to be talking about this for the rest of your life. Like, like when you got the job, it's like, congratulations, you're going to be talking about this for the rest of your life. That is true. For me, I will try to keep it at like a reasonable volume. I am like, oh God. Sorry, these thoughts are just coming at me.
No, of course.
Polar Amy, before she left the after party, when she hosted the second episode this season, like puts a hand on my shoulder, looks into my eyes and goes, "We're all waiting for you on the other side." And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that's so much.
It's like, this is crazy. And then that was like a reminder of like, oh my God, I work here. And like, this is like.
And there's another side.
And like, I does feel like I've died. And like, there's like, one of my heroes is like looking down at me and like telling me like, and even like 80 has been like, there's a really nice life waiting for you after this. You'll miss it every day. Kristen Wiig.
Did she text you?
Well, no, but I just remember the first time of course she texted
she'll be
me.
here in a couple weeks.
She'll be here in a couple weeks, but of course she texted me, and then I texted her back. I was like, Kristen, like, I will never forget, like, the first time you hosted when I was here. Like, the thing you told me was, enjoy it because it's the funnest job in the world.
I remember when she said that to you.
Never forgot.
You know, we were talking when we were shooting Palm Royale. We were talking about this, and I remember like saying to her, like, because she too also got like a send off like that, and I remember not to share too much about what we talked about, but I was kind of in my mind, I was like your best friend, and also as someone who watches the show and enjoys the show and the legacy of the show and felt you deserved it, I was like, how do we make it so that he gets like a good, nice moment? And like I think that ultimately, in terms of the totality of what it could have been, it probably was like beyond your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, with that, like, does Ariana become de facto your favorite host of all time?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other answer.
For sure.
And Cher's my favorite
Sorry,
musical.
Kiki Palmer.
Sorry, Kiki.
You reigned for a while.
Sorry, Regina King. I
loved how unselfish the whole thing was. You know what I mean? Like, because it takes so much confidence and like so much star quality to come in there like her for her fourth time hosting, and knowing you felt on her in her energy, being there with you, that her number one goal was servicing that sketch, which meant honoring like what was happening for you in it, and she was so there right next to you. But B, the like positivity she had that she's going to come back and do that show many, many other times, because not every host would be like, yeah, let me give up the whole last sketch of this 6 minutes of the time for this cast member. But it was her, and she did that. And it's not only because she's a good friend, it's because she's a really like professional host who doesn't have like an ego about her time there.
None.
Which I think is like pretty cool and worth calling out. And the fact that
Absolutely.
Cher did not have to walk her ass out there.
No. Oh, and the Cher thing. Well, okay, I'll get to the Cher thing. I want to say, in terms of the sketch itself, like, I do like, my only wish is that like we had gotten like a bunch of other cast in there. Ideally, the entire cast in there, because it is just like me, just like, I don't know, not imparting anything, but it's just like I want to be there with like the other people. It did just come down to logistics. Like we had like Mikey and Sarah there in the back, just like cleaning up the mess. Oh, and so like the eggnog machine was supposed to like, you know, be on the fritz and like spray everywhere. It was supposed to spray Keenan. It was supposed to spray Jane. It was supposed to spray the people it was spraying. It just kind of got
too much. It
got to be too much. And Lauren came up to me and Celeste before the show after dress, and he was just like, I think it's better if it's just you guys and you just play into the emotion of it.
He was right.
And then Celeste and I were like, Lorne Michaels knows how to produce.
So Celeste came back to write that.
We wrote some other stuff too. We wrote a Cher family reunion, which I'm so sad. Oh, this is a thing. Well, we'll get to Cher later. This is a thing.
You were still getting shit cut at the end.
Of course. It's totally fine.
They were not like, well, you can have this, but you can't have everything.
I never look, and I'm always like, yeah. Cut my stuff. Like, Keenan still has his stuff cut.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. You don't. I don't necessarily.
You don't get a platinum card at the show.
No, and my other thing was, like, there was like a soft thing maybe where like I would get like there was a designated, like I was talking to Dismukes about this and James Austin Johnson about this. Like it did feel like I would get like there would be like a designated Bowen spot in the list of picks on Wednesday, and I'm like, that's also my cue to leave. Like I do not want the footprint to be edging out other people. Literally, I'm honest to God.
That's really noble.
That was it. It's
not
just,
everyone has that feeling.
I was just like, no. That can't be it.
Yeah. You know when it's time to go.
Right. I'm like, this is
Taylor Swift said that.
Taylor Swift, that legend. But
so anyway, the Eras Tour documentary. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can. Wait. Oh, so many other things. Wait. Oh yeah. So I wish there were other casts in that piece. We did just have to like.
But if there had to be one.
No, stop.
Keenan. He was.
Oh my God, Keenan.
I was so happy they did that. Come on.
I mean,
yeah.
Everybody, and like, I don't know, man. That is a really I can't believe I got to work there. And I said in the sketch, that is the thing that I will like keep saying. Like I can't. It feels like it happened to someone else. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad it happened to me. I am going to pull you into this experience because I got to tell Jenna Rositano, the stage manager there, one of the many wonderful stage managers there.
Yeah, but she's an icon.
She's an icon, but she kind of cried the hardest out of anybody besides Ari. I was like, Jenna, well, first of all, she said something that like destroyed me, which was, and this is not me like bragging. She just goes, she goes to me, and she's seen a lot of behavior on that floor. She's like, I've never seen you raise your voice or be unkind to anyone in the 7 years that you were here. Which like means a lot to me. Yeah. It means a lot to me.
Well, that's why everyone hit the floor when you were leaving, Bo.
But I told her, I was like, Jenna, from the very first time I met you, you were just so kind to me because I came down to the hallway outside of the studio just to like right by cue cards because you could kind of hear what's going on stage. I came down to the floor to listen to your screen test because I just wanted to like be close and just like, I don't know, send energy or something. And then she was there and she was like, are you lost? And I was like, no, my best friend in the whole world is on stage right now and I just want to see how he's doing. And then she completely breaks down. She was like, that's your best friend up there? Well, then stay as long as you want. And I see her as like a bridge. I don't know. Like, yeah, totally. I always think of you when I'm with her. And I always think about how kind she was to me and how she loves you.
I know. I wish I could see her.
She loves you. We will go.
We will go back.
She wants to get stoned and watch The Sopranos.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Make lasagna for us.
Oh my God. Yeah. That sounds fucking awesome.
She's amazing.
Jenna Rositano,
Italian
watching, getting
legend.
stoned, getting ripped, and watching The Sopranos.
She's the fucking best. Oh God. I'm sorry I'm a mess.
I mean, no. I mean, like, it is such a crazy thing in totality. Like, there have been so many moments where I'm watching it and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. And then at some point that transition to like me, like completely just like marinating in this experience. And then like of watching you do this show. And then it ended in that moment. And I was like, I was like alone watching it, which felt so crazy.
Of course.
And like, of course, all of our friends are texting me from your dressing room and like they're all there and I could like smell it and feel it. I could feel how hot it was in the room. Like, and I was just like, God, like it really is. But it didn't feel, it felt conclusive. Yes. It did not feel final.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like it felt like it was like a wonderful way for this to conclude this chapter, but it didn't feel like you'll be back on that show hosting, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it's so great that you get to have this great relationship with the show and everyone that works there. And yeah, I mean, just for it to end that wonderfully, I think gives all the validity to what Jenna is saying. It would not have been that way had you not done it like a pro, like a kind person, and like a talent, like the talent that you are. That's so I take my hat and all my clothes off to you.
Oh,
I'm naked. If you can't see, I'm completely nude. I've been completely nude doing this interview, this exit interview, title of EP, with Bowen. Is there anything else you want to say about it before we talk about heated rivalry or whatever the fuck?
Yes. I need to just point out the share element of it, which was we weren't sure if she was going to do it. Down to like Saturday.
Yeah.
Because it was like we wrote a bunch of different versions of it. And she, she just wanted spare dialogue because it's like, as she will tell you, she's a dyslexic icon.
Yes.
Oh my God! Wait, we also haven't talked about her memoir, which whatever.
Well, we will.
Stephanie J. Block doing the it trades off between Cher and Stephanie J. Block doing the reading together because she's like, you're gonna notice that someone besides me is on the audiobook and it's the wonderful Stephanie J. Block who played me in the Cher show or whatever. By the way, okay, we wrote
so what a gig to score for Stephanie J. Block yet
again. Such a gig. we were at a Share family reunion. It did not get it did not go, but Celeste and I had the perfect experience of running around on Wednesday to all the cast's offices because they're like, I don't have a Share. I'm like, straight people don't have a Share. Gay guys do.
Yeah,
every gay guy has a Share.
Every gay guy has the same Share. Ho,
you know, and they kind of understood what that was.
Snap out of it.
I had to tell them. I had to tell them about snap. I had to tell them about snap out of it, but it's like. I had to teach Ashley Padilla.
You had to tell people about snap out of it?
It was beautiful. Oh, no, I didn't have to tell them about snap out of it.
That people just don't know the culture anymore.
People just don't know the culture. And this is not just to like evaluate anything about Cher's legacy or cultural impact. It's just that like it's a gay guy thing to like have Cher in their bones. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we weren't sure if Cher was going to do it. And then Saturday she confirms. We're so excited. And then she she was always going to be the boss. But then, like, we wrote her, like some zingy, like, roasty lines. Like, the original line was something along the lines of, like, I was like, do you have any feedback for me? And she would say something like, even for me, you were a little bit too gay. Or something like that. But then she was like, she was like, I want to be kind. She was like, can I just say, like, you were perfect? And she was like, I just want to kiss him. Or something, and then we had to go and like pitch to her that she would maybe sing. If we would love for if she sang with us at the end.
Yeah.
And because that was a question mark too. And then we go down. I go to her dressing room.
Oh man.
And I was like, so it's Please Come Home from Christmas by the Eagles and Charles Brown, and you've covered it, and I love your cover of it on the album. And she was like, okay, but what part do you want me to sing? And I was like, it's just gonna be the end. So do you want to run it? And I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, there'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain. And then, as far away from me as this microphone is, she's like this close to me. And then with the full force of Cher,
oh my God,
she goes, "And I'll be happy Christmas." It wasn't like that. She did not crack, but she just gave me full force Cher, directed at, and I was like, it felt like a car had crashed into me. I can't believe
every second of that.
She did that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. Let's talk heated rivalry.
He has ended the conversation, everybody, even though this was my interview.
Oh, well, anything else you want to ask? You've been so thorough.
Not really. I do know all of it. Like I said, you can't shock me with anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else? I mean, not really. I guess, what's next for you?
Oh.
What is next for you?
Wait.
What's next? Should we say anything?
Wonderful things. Well, I love this, like, press run of, like, Bowen's first major project post SNL is Two Guys, Five Rings.
Oh, I love it.
Not that I'm not honored to have that technically be the first project post SNL, but it's like, well, let's not.
Yeah, the Olympics podcast we're doing. I mean, we are going to Milan. We have a very fun next few months.
Yes.
So it's funny because, like, we have to execute this movie.
Yes.
We have to write our book.
Yes.
We got to get the New Culture Awards together.
That's going to be very fun.
We have to. We have some other things that have not hit the trades, but there's a long list of things, and so that's another thing. Is I was like, to be honest with you, it like really wasn't tenable for you to keep working on the show because we're going to be in debt soon to these people.
Yes.
Like, which is so exciting. I think it's like it's not even like what's the next act. It's like there is a next act. Just wait. Like it's like you don't have to decide on anything. If you added things to our and your plate, that would be great. But you don't even need to, bitch. And so, and I just want to make sure that you know that the pace at which you've been going and the workload that you've had has been abnormal, and so it's gonna feel a little bit like less. And I feel like as someone who, it's really interesting because like I have had this whole other like career outside of like what you've had. Like I feel like you got to develop for 7.5 years at this show and like everything. And my resume is like a little bit different. Like for me, it's like a ton of other things, and I've had a lot of different experiences.
And you are so perfect at all of them.
But, well, I do think that sometimes it was a little bit like, because it's like when you are right next to someone else, like all you have to do is like compare yourself to them. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like with like sisters or like twins. It's like if something happens to one, the other one almost feels like, why isn't it happening to me? So I do feel like sometimes I would like overcorrect and like really push myself to make sure that like I would develop in an equal way alongside of you. And like in so many ways I feel like, and it doesn't really matter what I feel like, because as a result of existing and working and caring, you do develop. But just outside of all that, like one thing that I've had to learn, and I think now you'll be forced to learn, is balance.
Yes.
Like, and I think that, I hope that excites you and doesn't start to make you anxious and nervous.
I'm sure it will at certain points.
I'm telling you, like, you can always tell me if it does. And you can always vocalize to, like, on camera, I'll say this, like, you're a therapist and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be checking in about what it's going to feel like to suddenly not have an abnormal schedule.
Truly,
you know,
I'm on it. Like, yeah. I think it's going to be okay. I will make room for like moments where it feels really bizarre or maybe even bad.
You should be bored.
I can't. Oh, don't even worry.
Well, the thing is, it's so funny because like, literally we're not like we're going to Tokyo, we're going to
Japan,
we're going to Milan,
we're
full on continuing this podcast like full steam ahead. We got a new contract and everything, bitch. We got a new set,
and can I just say
I want a new picture.
Yeah, we're gonna get a new picture. We tried this one.
I liked
we gave it a shot. But let's we need to see our faces more.
This was so iconic. The one of us naked and like this, and you were like that, was so iconic that I feel like.
Do we go back to it?
I don't think we go back to it. I think.
Okay.
I think we have a picture that works.
Okay.
I think maybe we do an animation on it.
Oh.
But anyway, so this is just for us. But what I was saying was like, you're gonna go to. Do you tell everyone where you're going after Milan?
I am going to Santiago and then through Drake's Passage, Antarctica, with my parents, because that is, I'm gonna say it's my mom's dream
Antarctica trip with my parents is so crazy.
We're gonna see the penguins. We're gonna get our sea legs. I think I'm gonna vom on this boat.
Do you get seasick? Or the water's rough?
Roughest waters.
Damn.
It's the roughest waters. But oh my God, I'm gonna see. We have to like order like special parkas for this. Like my mom, when she came, when they came for Thanksgiving, they stayed with me, and my mom was just like, whatever, like helping me clean the apartment, but it's just like on loop the entire time. We're just on an auto mixed playlist, just content about this boat in Antarctica, people and steerage, just like vomiting. Like she needs this to happen, and I need it to happen. I think this is what I'm saying. I'm like fire hosing myself with new experiences.
So how many continents will that mean you visited? 5?
The only one that I'll have not visited by the end will be Africa.
You've been to South America?
Santiago.
Oh right. So yes, of course.
So that'll
Chile.
check. That's Chile.
Yeah.
So that'll check too. Anyway,
I've randomly been to South America. I've randomly been to Bogota.
Right.
By the way,
oh my God, that's
speaking
right.
of South America, so all this Venezuela stuff. My aunt used to live in Venezuela.
No, shut up.
Aunt Chrissy.
What?
Yeah. So
what does she think about all this?
She's like, so I asked her. I was like, so what are your friends there thinking? And she was like, honestly, like, they're free, they're relieved. But she also is like, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, like, because certainly chaos is going to break out. Like,
well, this is all worked out so great in the past when we've been a part of regime change.
Exactly. I mean, but the thing is, like, and I've seen some friends of mine who are Venezuelan are like sort of saying like, you know, if you don't understand this, like, don't say anything. It's not as simple as like when
I do all of it. No,
my one friend shared, like, you know, if you're drowning and someone throws you a life raft, you don't question where it came from. You just take it. And Venezuela has been drowning. So that was like a take I hadn't considered, because, you know, the vast response to it is like, this is illegal what he's done. This is exactly like Iraq, you know, this is et cetera. And I think all those things are true, but it's been an interesting perspective to literally ask so my aunt was married to a guy from Venezuela back when they were a wealthy country.
I didn't realize Chrissy was down there.
So she was my former uncle Maurice. Like, they were married and they got divorced because he was an asshole, but they were wealthy. And Venezuela was at one time like prosperous. So she still got friends back from that era, and they are not feeling like that anymore. Like, it's gone off a cliff, like under like the regime of the past like 30 years. But it's been an interesting thing, like, just to look a little bit beyond the initial reactions to what's going on. It is yet another complicated international moment, but yeah, it's just been really interesting. And I realized I had like a literal resource to people there.
Yeah.
And yeah,
you and Chanel should trade spots on the Today Show. You should be behind the desk.
I should go to the I should become a real journalist.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, not no.
I almost did. You know, I went. You know that I was initially
yes, you were
broadcast journalism major. I thought I wanted to be Ryan Seacrest. Not even though he's not really a journalist.
Yes, sure he is.
I don't know. Is Ryan Seacrest a journalist? So I was like, I want to go to school for broadcast journalism, so I could hopefully one day get like a radio show and then maybe host something like American Idol. This is before, but the whole time underneath that, I wanted to be an actor and low key like a singer. And so like, that was always buried underneath what I could package me wanting to be in the entertainment industry with, which was at first broadcast journalism, because that didn't seem too gay.
Of course.
And then comedy, because that really didn't seem gay. That seemed like edgy and fun and something that like I could tell straight men and straight people in my life that I was doing, and it was cool. It's like a way to be on stage that's not gay.
Right.
But I eventually like realized I am gay.
But isn't that the tension with this? Sudi has this, right? Like, you just want to tell like any guy who like doesn't see it as theater, you're like, it's theater.
Yeah, it's like you're doing something gay, dude.
You're doing something.
You're gay. Up on stage being like, "Hey, I'm in a full face of makeup, like, and I'm mic'd." You know how gay it is to get mic'd?
To get mic'd, someone has to run a cord down your shirt.
It's so much, and then they have to like they have to like meticulously work on your collar. It's like gay.
Yeah. Well, even just like a stool and a water bottle.
Yeah,
that's still technically considered like set.
A stool is one of the gayest chairs. It's real culture number 11.
A stool is one of the gayest chairs.
It's one of the gayest chairs.
Ariana Grande sat on one or kneeled on one for her second album.
And gay culture was never the same.
What's
your favorite Ariana album?
Oh, that's so hard. Production on
And why is it Sweetener?
And
Just
why?
kidding.
No, I mean,
no, for
come
me
on.
It's actually Positions.
You love Positions. I'm a Dangerous Woman. Stand forever.
Freak
forever.
Love Dangerous Woman. Ain't nobody gonna touch it. Is she coming back on the show? Can you text her?
Yeah, we'll text her. Well, I was gonna say, she obviously, if she doesn't do the Culture Awards this year, it's because she's got a million other things going on.
Okay.
She obviously wants to do it.
Oh my God, by the way, you know what just came out and we didn't even realize?
What?
The SAG nominations. I haven't seen them. Should we read them live?
Let's read them.
Okay, wait, this is exciting. Before we do this, did you watch the like Critics' Choice and everything?
I did not watch the Critics' Choice.
It's looking like Miss Madigan is taking that Academy Award, babe.
Jacob, surprise.
Yeah, huge surprise.
Huge surprise.
Okay, what is this? This says,
what is this?
To be revealed on Wednesday.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
So they'll be out today if you're listening to this in the morning. But yeah.
I did not watch Critics' Choice, but
I watched it.
What are your thoughts?
So the winners were Chalamet. I think it's his year.
Chalamet, Jesse
Buckley. I haven't seen Hamnet because I want to like. So this is the thing.
Do you want to watch it? You should watch it on the plane to Tokyo.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
I need to be in the clear. I'm a little bit emotionally raw right now.
Yes.
And I need to be in the clear with something like that.
Totally.
It's another, and you know what I'm realizing? It's like, it has to be the right time for me with some of these movies. Like,
I understand.
Hamnet, I was going to go see at like a screening and I was like, I just don't think it's like the right time. I'm going to be destroyed. So I didn't get to see it. And also, I can't find 4 hours to devote to Avatar. I can't. I at the present time can't do it.
I understand.
Because it's a 3 hours. I had tickets.
Right.
We were gonna go with the band.
Yes.
And on the road, and I was like, with our precious time here between rehearsing and traveling and doing shows, like
busy.
To watch a 3 hour, 17-minute movie that's gonna have over half an hour of previews, and then you have to get there, or whatever. That's like an almost 4.5 hour commitment.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I always enjoy the Avatar movies. You know, my baby is strong.
My baby is strong. I hear the whales have a great dialogue in this one.
And that's going to help me get there. It is. I also heard this Una Chaplin.
What and the character she plays?
Pravang. Who's seen the movie? You have?
Varang.
Does she give?
I hear she gives.
Varang
I hear
gives.
Varang is the star.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. It's just that there hasn't been ample time. I've weirdly like not stopped being busy.
That's so weird of you. Yes, of course. We all know this.
Like the tour. Just to speak on the tour was like the best version of the tour ever, and I'm literally.
I didn't even give you the space and the flowers. Congratulations.
It's like not my
Christmas
day.
in December. Yes, it is. Matthew,
it's your day.
No, it's both of our days.
I have had
you keep
very
evolving the
interesting
show.
several months.
Yes, you have.
The tour was the saving grace that it always is for me. It was the best version of it ever.
You sounded amazing. And this
you.
was my first year where I wasn't able to see it live, which I'm very sad about.
It's all good because I literally spoke to our agent last night. So candidly, like 6 weeks ago, I was like, maybe this is it. I was like, maybe this is the last year. Because I was just...
It's a lot.
You know what? Like, I'll just like own up to this. Like, I've been feeling... I feel like I've been feeling more self-conscious and a little bit more vulnerable to people's opinion. And I think that like one of the things that happened when I was doing the tour is I was just like just there with me and the band, which is like we're such like a literal like unit on the road. We have so much fun. This was the most fun year yet. And everyone that had come to pay and see that show, and like I felt such like a duty to make it the best one yet. And I think that was what was giving me such anxiety was I felt like this weird combination of like self-consciousness about whether I was going to be able to deliver a product that that is good enough like for me to show everyone and get people out buying tickets and still come into the show, but also that was like in the face of me being really like I hate to say it, but like caring what people thought and were saying, and like just super aware that like I think that what you experienced like 4 years ago, or maybe 4 or 5 years ago, with becoming like a lot more recognizable, I experienced in the past like year.
Yeah.
Like, and I also, I always try to like shy away from saying something like that because again, I compare myself to someone like you who's like much more recognizable and has much more notoriety because of the platform that you're on. But I also like, it wasn't serving me to deny that my reality was changing.
Never.
Because it did. And like a lot of the things that people will say online when they're really mean is like, he is no talent. Like he's just riding on Bowen's coattails.
The most untrue
And the thing is like with the show and like when I
the concert, the tour.
with my Christmas show.
Yeah.
And with like, you know, being involved in things with people, even just doing things like today's show, like being on Palm Royale, like I was in that movie Good Fortune, like, you know what I mean? Like I've had a busy year, and doing the cultural awards like was so edifying, and I just ended the year being like, all that is such bullshit. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing and I will always do. I never in the beginning when I was developing myself and my talent and my career ever had any doubts about that. And then suddenly, like, I don't know if it's because the cultural awards like truly took me for a ride and I had to re-examine a lot about my anxiety and stuff like that, and whether or not I enjoyed a lot of the elements that come along with putting yourself out there and being in the entertainment industry. I can fully confidently say at the end of this year that as long as I keep the focus on what matters, which is the work and how I'm making people feel and how I'm feel doing something, I have no doubt in my mind that I love this and that I will always do it. But I was having a hard time.
I understand. And I also just want to say, you were meant for this.
Oh.
You are the funniest, most talented person I know.
That's subjective, and you are
best
biased
writer,
because we have a new
most
contract.
best work ethic. What's
we have
that?
a new contract, and so he has to.
I have to say this.
He has to say
once
that.
per
I
episode.
actually made sure that was in the contract.
And I was happy to sign.
Now say my mile time.
Mile time is 4:36.
Very good.
That's
but anyway,
recurring joke on Two Guys, Five Rings.
I
Tune
literally.
in.
So what I mean to say is, I literally had the conversation with our touring agent Joe last night that we're gonna do it again.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do it again, and I'm always gonna do it probably in some as long as Henry Kaspersky doesn't bail on me. And he already texted me like literally the day or two after the tour ended, and he was like, "I already have so many ideas for next year. I'm so excited."
I love this.
And that was so different than what the energy was like 3 or 4 years ago,
where you would end things.
He fully told me like, I don't want to do it
way.
again. I feel like we need to leave a good thing.
Right.
And then I was like, just give me one more year. I was like, you know, I will train my voice with a coach so that you don't have to do it or get me ready as much. Like I'll come to rehearsals really prepared.
Oh, man.
I will work on, you know. It was hard when it was just he and I.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like he was my ex-boyfriend.
Right.
It was just he and I traveling around the country, and I was like not the trained singer I am now. You know what I mean? Like, and so sometimes tech was hard or whatever, but I worked on it really hard, and I've worked on myself really hard. And I'm finally doing things like, without saying too much, like recently that really put me first and have a belief in my self-worth. And I'm so serious this year. I'm not engaging with the online discourse.
No. Well, I'll say something
about that. It does not serve me.
I'll say something
about that. And it doesn't
that.
serve you.
No, of course. But the thing about you, it being just you and Henry, like this is something that even I forget. But that is like the gumption and the resourcefulness and like the like self-leaning thing that you've had to like depend on for all these years. Like, Matt, you've like think of like how that's developed over like the past 5 years. Like that is so incredible.
Well, it actually really makes me feel like anything is like possible with people in your life, because like he and I are truly like soul connected in terms of like what we create and what we do. And sometimes when I'm doing the show, especially towards the end of the tour, like I'll look back at him and I'll be like, I can't believe that's still that person.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like I cannot believe that person is still around, especially after like, you know, how stupid you are when you're like 26, 27 years old, and how you treat people that are close to you, and how like you really have to like stick with people, especially like through your late 20s, early 30s, and then not everyone is supposed to stick around.
No.
But I'm like so happy that he has, and it connects me to Ethan, his partner now, who's like makes my tour better. He's the tour manager, etc. I've had like no emotional release since then, so it's like because I stayed really busy and just like a lot's been going on, but yeah, like I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful that everything shook out that with obviously with that project. But with him, I mean, that's really the most important thing. Like at the end of the show, like the band takes a bow, and then I make sure that just Henry and I take a bow. Oh. Because like he truly like, you know.
You guys.
People that know the lore know the lore.
The lore is truly profound. It's like you guys really boosted each other up from like what didn't seem like any sort of like, I don't know, like low point, but it's like we were all like, we didn't really know like how, and that's a beautiful thing, we didn't really know how much we were like struggling. And it wasn't even, I don't want to frame it as a struggle either. We were just like really working really hard. Like we did not come from this with like, I don't know, like with too many like blessings besides like the obvious ones. Yeah. And like this is not to make this about me, but this is like our dichotomy, you and I, is always, and I feel completely great about this. Like, I feel like I see like my track on like in the last 7 years as like me being a part of something that like affords me a lot of things, and you being almost exclusively a self-starter. Like, you get to look at this tour as like your creation, your and Henry's beautiful thing that you've built together, and I get to be like, oh, I had a great time on this thing that like on this very well-oiled machine.
Well, we started this, girl.
That's true, and even
I think we take this for granted a lot.
For sure.
I think we take this for granted a lot. And I feel like, you know, this is the first episode of the 10th year of the podcast, and that's like crazy.
That's crazy.
And I think the reason we don't think of it sometimes as like
even though we do a lot of work for it,
sometimes I don't realize how much work I'm doing for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm like, whoa, like I just spent hours like working on the podcast. And I think because it's rooted in something that is so easy, which is like talking to you and like our friendship. But I am sensitive about this.
Yes.
Like, I'm really sensitive about this podcast. And I guess what I want people to know is like we are working so hard, and we're still, even before we started rolling, we sat here for like 10 minutes being like, like really thinking about the color of the chairs for the set. You know what I mean? Like, really caring about and who we put on this podcast and what we share and what we try to get out of them.
And how we deliver it to you. I mean, I will be transparent and say that Matt and I have turned down
many people.
Not people, I'm saying a lot of money.
Yes.
For deals where like it would compromise the way that this gets delivered. I feel good about saying that.
Like, because it is true. And this is, I guess, again, what I want to say is that like we have earned the right to do this the way we want to do it.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That being said,
let's
talk about some culture.
last thing I'll say about about what's being said and like being sensitive to that. The reason why I was also very emotional the last show and just seeing like that sort of thing being like directed my way, that outpouring, as I said earlier, of love, is because it completely undid this other narrative that was running parallel in my mind.
Yeah.
The very vocal, loud one, whereas I think the love one is like was there all along. I just wasn't too attuned to it. But the vocal, loud other track that was going on was like, listen, like everyone who works at that show engages on different levels with like the comments.
Right.
It gets to us.
Because it's week in and week out, and you really don't ever get a break to be like, oh, let me not engage.
No,
it's
and
just so consistent.
And even the alums are like, I don't know how you guys do it now. Like, there would be like one review
right.
in New York Magazine on Sunday, and then that would be it, and everyone would go on about their lives.
Years ago, Tina Fey like won an Emmy, and I remember at the time watching it, and her speech was mostly used to respond to online commenters.
She has a whole chapter in Bossy Pants about it. Yeah.
Yes, and I realize now that was not purely ironic.
No.
And that's okay.
It's okay because this doesn't make any fucking sense. The way that anyone that we are openly available to read anyone else's thoughts about what we do.
And
so this is what I'll say about like the commenters for me, which is like I feel like I was really bogged down the entire time I was there about like the idea that like there was no range in anything I did.
That's just such a lazy critique.
Well, it's not lazy. It's just it makes sense in terms of like there being like an indigestion, as it were, with like receiving me, where I'm like, I knew I was never going to play the dad. I was never going to play, the generic thing in sketches where it's a sketch show. Each thing is like 4 minutes long. It is short and collapsed by sort of necessity. And so therefore it plays on archetypes. These archetypes are also in a relationship with like generic things. And there is a genericism in whiteness and in like being like a canvas to like build upon. And like I came in sort of like pre-stretched, pre-dyed, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like people had their over determinations on like what I was, which was like, oh, that's just the gay Asian guy in SNL. And so anytime I would try to like work outside of that, it got completely ignored, or it still got collapsed to, oh, he's an Asian, he's being gay and Asian as always.
You did so many things that were, first of all, I don't think people necessarily know they're being homophobic when they say that.
Oh, they're
shit.
100%.
But it is, because I'm sorry, but if you don't have range,
I think range is a myth, and it's all about like palatability, whether there's whether you're getting taxed on it or you are subsidized. You know what I mean?
Did they knock Pete Davidson for range, or does he get to get away with it because it's cool and like within a male gaze? Is that wrong or right?
I could teach like a media studies like seminar about this. I think.
I bet you should.
You both of us could.
I'll be the TA because you know what they do? Nothing. They have no range.
And so this is the thing. I just bring this up because that is one little thing that I wanted to like, that I'm getting so much clarity on. It's the reason why I've been so emotional about the post, like the postscript of this. You talking about all the work you put into the tour, into your projects, into this show. That is all running counter. That is the panacea to all of that noise. It's not real, and
it's not real, and it's so easily debunked. Well, also, that's what drives me crazy. Is I know I could log on and kill these people in a second.
Of course. And George Tavares was saying this on Stradio Lab. It's like there's like a phenomenon going on now where like it's kind of like pluribus. It's like there's like the remaining people. There's like a survivorship thing happening where it's like the remaining people in the comments are either like clearly bots or clearly mentally ill,
or clearly children,
or 12. As Lucy Dacus says, they're all 12 years old.
There's one person online who constantly comes for me, and I realized recently that they're 13.
Right.
It became very clear to me that they were a kid. And I was just like, oh, God, how much brain space have I been angry at this 13-year-old?
I know, and you know they're failing pre-algebra. It's sad. It's like, oh, the fact that you're obsessed with me means that you are not doing well. You're not selling Girl Scout cookies this year.
I mean, and that my thing is just like, and I don't. We're not dunking on that person.
No,
it's just
no.
The fact is what it is. You're just 13 on the internet, so and you have every right to do that. I am an idiot for investing in it, and like it's an opinion, but I was using the fucking Reddit as a report card.
No.
And you can't do that.
First of all, that Reddit,
I'm a report card kid.
I'm invisible to that Reddit. Meanwhile, they're all like,
I don't get it.
They're like, we need Matt's takes on heated rivalry. Oh,
So you did recently look at it.
I did. I'm like, I'm on this show too, by the way.
Whenever they just mention me, do you know what I think it is?
It's because they love, they attach.
I think that I feel more accessible to them because I'm not actually A-list famous. I also think they think they know what you think about heated rivalry.
Let's get into it.
Sure.
Here's the thing about heated rivalry. A show can be so amazing and incredible, even if there's virtually zero conflict in it. I fucking love it.
I'm obsessed with the show.
I'm obsessed with the show.
Did you ever come to the show?
I
never touched my dick once.
I think I paused, walked around, like had a snack, and then I jerked off. It wasn't like, oh, let me. You
know what? Before I watched it, I jerked off to it because I was like, I'm not going to watch that. Might as well just use it what it's for. Porn. Because I had been told so many times this is porn.
Right.
And then I was like, wow, this is a cultural phenomenon I must pay attention to. You cannot, because suddenly it was all over my algorithm, someone that hadn't even watched it. I was like, okay, the world is deciding it's this. Right. It was as big as White Lotus.
I would say so.
So finally I watch it. Here's my two takes. That's not porn.
Right.
I did not think that. I thought it was explicit. I did not think it was grotesque. It did not feel too much. I wasn't. Maybe I just watched too much porn. I wasn't like clutching my pearls watching it. I was like, oh, this looks like hot sex to me, hot movie sex to me.
I was like, oh, look at the framing on that. There's a lot of negative space above their asses. That you don't see that
Can
often.
I say something? It is all love to Jordan Firstman, and I think he's probably sorry he said this about like gay guys don't have sex like that. Like, I don't need to see someone pull out their dick and a little bit of poop on it. Like, I'm sorry, that's what gay sex is like.
That's what gay sex
I
is
don't
like.
need that in Heated Rivalry, the romance show.
This is the other thing. This also like dovetails on my first comment about Heated Rivalry, which is like no conflict. It's because it is a fantasy, and it's because
Literally.
this is like the romance genre. It's like every word, every detail is engineered to make you obsessed with it.
Yep.
And it worked. And welcome to the Fujoshi community. Like, I've known about this world since I was 12 on fictionpress.com, where the people who were writing the best yaoi gay shit were women.
Listen, I think
Escarella, if you're still out there, she was the queen of yaoi fiction. Yeah. And I was like, the straight cis women love the gay stuff and are the best at writing it for some reason.
Do you want to know what?
Rachel Reed.
First of all, she has imagination in writing about it.
Yes.
And then like a gay man did create the show,
Right.
like, and so he is in charge of like the way it disseminates from the page of the novel to the screen. And he did an amazing job. And I do think he's being erased a little bit in this commentary about like, it's straight guys playing those roles. My second point is, you do not know that they're not gay.
Totally.
And I don't care.
Oh, but also
I don't care.
I don't think. Well, at this point, it's like the target keeps moving for this discourse because like.
Oh, say it.
So Demois fucking like doxed shit about
They're
Hudson.
on the way down.
I'm like,
they're on.
First
the way
of all, they
down.
fucking Demois and Page Six are just spewing lies that like my PR team has been like, that's not true. I did not get a lot of money thrown at me.
No, he did not.
Which is all good. I still did it. Still loved it.
Yeah.
I don't have some like development deal coming. Trying to make this whole thing out of how there was so much drama about me leaving the show, about how Lauren was pissed. It's all good.
Clearly, otherwise none of that would have happened.
That would not have made it to television
and then I'm
if
like,
Lauren
who are
was
you
pissed at me.
talking to?
Whatever. Fucking idiots. Including just whatever. It's not. I don't
I'm
think so.
pissed at Dumois because years ago they did like a celebrity who's nice, who's naughty list, and they said I was naughty. I'm nice to literally every single person I meet.
Every single person.
I literally I don't know where they got that.
It's TMZ. It's Perez. It's like it's all the fucking morass.
Oh, I'm ashamed.
Anyway,
let's move on.
Anyway. Okay, but the target keeps moving.
So, but don't you? Do you say that because it's like the fervor about the show?
Yes.
Is like, I obviously think it means that like it means a really good thing in that we can actually have, because we're always saying the reason why they won't do stuff with like gay stories is because we feel there's an ick factor around gay sex,
Yes.
right? Like it feels like outside of the straight male gaze in a way that's like too uncomfortable.
There's abject theory shit.
Right.
Yeah,
and now it's like,
Oh,
here
you guys
we are.
like it. Yeah.
Here we are. It's like huge, like literally huge. So I think that's good. But like, I think the fact that we don't exactly necessarily have a finger on their sexuality allows that to be true, because I think if that's explicit gay guys, like you had scenes that were just as hot as that in a show that was quote unquote better than that with Fellow Travelers, and no one said a word. We didn't even.
Totally.
Like, and those were two out gay guys.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly something there. I mean, there's a dialectic in this for sure, where it's like people are like, it should only be in the bedroom. Well, that's like a fucking Republican talking point.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got to figure out, like, it lives in the middle of like, they should share everything about their sexuality and their sexual lives in real life, and they should share nothing. It's like, whatever. It's like,
they performed it so well.
It was great.
Like, first of all, Connor Story, mark my words, he will win an Oscar one day.
It's phenomenal.
He is really talented, and I love Hudson's performance
Hudson!
too. And like, he's the one that makes me really horny.
Oh. It's the nipple.
It honestly is.
He's got
They're
very
so
unique nipples.
red.
Very red.
That reminds me of Chad Michael Murray years ago. Oh,
Where did he have
babe.
pepperoni?
They were like appetizer plates.
Yummy.
They were huge, red, and more. They literally were. I remember he was always like, he was so hot. Chad Michael Murray. He actually was. He was one of those guys when I was like coming of age and like getting into my sexuality that would make me angry. Another one, Justin Timberlake, red nipples.
Interesting.
They were red.
Red or pink?
Can we look it up?
Matt
is over there. Like, can someone just Google Justin Timberlake nipples? They just sold their New York City apartment for $40 million.
That seems like too much.
Feels like trouble in paradise.
Oh, okay. What are we, Dumois?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, they're on the way out. Should we just be Dumois now? Dumois over.
Dumois over. Oh, we would love to be Dumois. Cause we're not some like anonymous gossip girly wannabe.
Like I can't stand. But anyway, yeah, no. There's something about Hudson that just like was like immediately.
Sure, totally.
Drives me nuts.
He's so sweet. We wrote 2 versions of Bowen is Straight for the last 2 shows. One with Josh O'Connor where we do a challengers moment with Lily Allen.
I can't believe they didn't do this.
We got.
I read the script. It was a dumb decision.
We got to have him say it was like we got him to say, and he was laughing through this thing. Those are pink. Those are not red.
Oh, this is from No Strings Attached? I think so. I know every screen grab.
Justin Timberlake nipple without the Janet Jackson thing.
Oh,
the Janet Jackson thing keeps popping up if you Google.
I think
Justin
Hudson's are
Timberlake
more red.
nipple.
I think CMM's, Chad Michael Murray's are. I can picture him having red nipple. Hudson's are red. Oh, I can't believe we're talking about his
It's not No Strings Attached. It's Friends with Benefits.
That's
famously
right.
The other one that year. By the way, you've Googled this and it's from Instagram and it's just a fan page's screenshot of this and the caption is this: Justin Timberlake shirtless is one of the best parts of the movie Friends with Benefits. So sexy, heart.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. What was I gonna say?
The heated rivalry of it all. Just like
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was, I don't care if they're gay or not. They performed it with honesty and they were really committed and they have unbelievable chemistry. I don't care that they don't come out and say what their sexuality is, because what's important is the representation that is on the screen.
Right.
Like, I think it's becoming a little bit narcissistic for actors to be like, no, it needs to be me that does it. It needs to be me that does it. It needs to be honest. It's just like, it gets to a point sometimes with sexuality where I'm like, guys, we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit here. Like, we have to make them first. If they don't exist.
Period. Well, my thing is, and this will probably, get some sort of, please write in. Please talk me down from this, y'all, listeners, readers, Katie's publicists, finals, Kyle's. I feel like performing sexuality or queerness is like, because queerness is like an internal experience, like, it's different than like, oh, well, this person ethnically should be played by this ethnic person. That I totally makes sense to me. I think there's more room to like, I don't know, be like not necessarily exactly. It's like, well, what's Ilya's bi, but like I don't know if Connor is bi. It's like, would it be better if Connor was gay or if Connor was bi? You know what I mean? Like this is where we start splitting hairs. And so my thing is always, it's an interior experience, therefore it's okay, but also, this other thing of like, we're not supporting gay creators. Well, I don't know, like we're perfect examples. It's like anytime we get a press release announcement for something we're working on, people fucking melt down about it.
The ones on gay Twitter who just can't stand that we have anything.
It's fine. It's like,
it is what it is, but like don't pretend that you're rooting for gay guys
all the time.
Like don't pretend you're rooting for gay guys when like Bowen Yang takes a fucking shit and it's he can't do anything right.
Right, exactly.
Like,
so that's my like stitched together take. My other thing about heated rivalry, which I go back and forth on whether I love or if I'm like, as like this story takes place over like 7 years. All the needle drops are songs from 2007. It's like, give me your eyes, I need sunshine. It's like, why that's playing in a scene that's happening in like 2017? No problem.
There's a little bit of a vibe of Hunting Wives where you can tell it's a little. By the way, I think both produced by 3 Arts.
Love it.
It's just a little cheaply done.
No.
What?
Oh yeah, you're right. Even Francois Arnault was like this. All this Miley Cyrus stuff. It's like we don't have a Miley budget for like her to write a song for us.
Right.
It's like,
well, they will now.
They will now.
But I guess what I'm saying is there's something charming about it.
Yes.
There's something charming about
Like how we had no budget for the Culture Awards.
Yeah, I mean, there's something charming about like, watching this get thrown together, but the thing that and that's why the thing that really makes it work is their chemistry and their performances, and I'm loving them on the press tour.
They're nailing it.
It looks fun to me. I'm like,
they're having
see,
a blast.
That's I guess what sells something is when someone is out there having fun. You know what? Like, people have a lot to say about Timothée Chalamet. I think he needs to put his foot on the gas on this. Whatever.
You don't
he's
think
doing.
it already is?
No, I mean, I'm just saying more.
He's on the top of the sphere.
More.
Oh,
More.
you're crazy. You know
More.
he was He took a beta blocker.
Oh yeah.
That's an
Well,
anxious
beta blockers
boy.
are life-saving tools.
Absolutely.
This
100.
is one of the greatest inventions in modern.
Thank you,
mankind.
propranolol.
Propranolol.
Propranolol. That's tough. They could have named that better. That's
Propranolol.
that's getting my heart rate up.
Did you ever watch? I guess I don't know what else to say about Heated Rivalry. It rocked.
It rocked.
I loved. I was late to it because I was like, "There's no way," and then I felt the way everyone else felt. I talked to someone, and you know what they said?
What?
They said, "Heated Rivalry gave me everything I was expecting from Life of a Showgirl." And I was like,
What does that mean?
I was like, I don't know this necessarily tracks. But then he was like, let me explain. And by the way, I like Life of a Showgirl. And if you think I'm lying, come up to me on the streets. Come up to me on the streets and tell me that you think I'm lying, and I'll show you my recently played.
Wow.
I covered Elizabeth Taylor on the road.
And you said that I'm in my Life of a Showgirl era.
You are in your Life of a Showgirl era. I can't say why.
That's interesting. I'm dating a football player. No, just kidding.
I can't say what era I'm in. But anyway,
this person telling you that.
oh, they were like, it's a pop album. They're like, it has all those little bursts, and it's fun, and it feels like it's gonna, like, it just feels like non-caloric,
Not
in the way
you're gonna
that
be okay.
But then by the end, you're like, wow, surprised I feel full. You know what I mean?
Surprised. I felt very full. Because I was like, because like for the first 3 episodes, I was like, okay, this is, I'm along for the ride, but I'm not sure what to track. And then episode 5, I was like, this is cinema.
Oh no! At the end of episode 5, I was like, well, I'm coming to the cottage. I was like, and I was like, wait. And then it's one of the highest rated episodes on IMDb like ever.
Perfect.
It's up there with like Whitecaps from The Sopranos. John Rossitano.
Love that. Jenna Rossitano. I love
You
that.
have made a fool of me for years with these whores. I'm Carmela.
You're Carmela. You are Carmela. Oh my God.
You're Dr. Melfi.
Whatever.
Are you laughing because you know it's true?
She's an icon.
A full blown.
It's the glasses.
It's the glasses. It's the Brocco of it all.
Right. Wait. The cottage. This is the thing. My fantasy is own a lake house in Ontario.
I know you've been saying that.
I can't believe.
You can still do it.
I can still do it.
He feels like he can't do it anymore. He's like, oh, now that the cottage is in culture, I can't have the cottage.
Now that an Asian guy has a cottage in Ontario, I can't do it. No, I understand what they're saying now about it being Life of a Showgirl, because it is giving you a sense of safety.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing about like the no conflict thing. I'm not being snarky, by the way. I'm just saying, like, I love the fact that it's like, here's a problem. My dad's homophobic. 2 scenes later, he's dead. Here's a problem. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Here's a problem. My parents aren't gonna be okay with the fact that I'm gay. 2 scenes later, we love that you're gay.
You're perfect. We love that
you're
gay.
We love that you're gay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you text me back? No problem. 2 scenes later, it's like they're in love.
It honestly was like, as bad as their communication was. Oh, this is why I wanted to say it surprised me so much and why I loved it, because you know what it reminded me of? One of my favorite movies, Love and Basketball.
Oh, yes, you've said this.
It reminded me so much of Love and Basketball,
Yep.
which is a classic, and it's actually Criterion. And if you didn't know, now you know.
Worthwhile.
Gina Prince Bythewood, an underrated
legend.
director, by the way, who's gone on to do so many more things since then. She actually did The Woman King.
So good.
And but what I loved about it was like the time lapse really helped the romance. The fact that it was like sports, but not really.
Right.
They were passionate about something else and also each other.
Yes.
The fact that it was like, will they, won't they, over the years, like believably felt like you were growing alongside them, but it moved quickly. You know what I mean? Like, I just like, and it was very sexy. Like,
L&B.
I think
Very
it would have
sexy.
felt weird if it was like chaste sexuality
Of
in this
course.
gay show, because gay guys we just fuck.
And they're athletes.
Yeah, exactly.
They're healthy motherfuckers.
No, that ass was made to thrust. Like, it wasn't made to, like, you're not going to see just like, this is not the age of innocence.
No.
Like, gay guys fuck. Gay athletes fuck.
Period.
Hopefully they fuck us in Milan.
Oh.
Have you thought about that?
Now, other things.
Did you ever watch the End of an Era documentary?
Because
I did it twice.
Oh my God.
6 episodes, did each one twice. Unapologetic.
No, but I love that we have committed to film the Tortured Poets portion of the Eras Tour.
Here's what I love about the documentary. Because I do think it wants you to know a few things.
Mm-hmm.
It wants to remind you she's brilliant.
Yes.
And I think it does do that. Like, there's scenes of her playing guitar, like rehearsing her,
come on.
like and on the piano, like rehearsing her surprise songs and everything. And like you do see how it really, every element of that like was her vision. She truly is in control of it. Like, so I think like after all of the discourse about her, the documentary wants you to know she is a talent. And
Can we
it
put that
does
to rest?
Yeah, there's the weird thing where when Life of a Showgirl came out and some people took umbrage with a lot of the lyrics that she's like not a good writer. I think is truly silly. I actually do think that people have Taylor Swift derangement syndrome.
Well, they have a derangement syndrome, and they have like an amnesia.
Back in the day, like everyone had everything to say because the whole media thing. There's a reason why Reputation exists, right?
Exactly.
And it's because there was a widespread like
notion that she was like terrible.
Yeah,
and
there was like, you know, whatever, like quote unquote the receipts to prove that, and then she genuinely like fought back from like whatever hell she was in to do this. But she's able to do that because she is that talented. So there's that. The documentary also wants you to know that it's not about money.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's a part where Andrea Swift is like, you know, it's always just been about her sharing her music and doing that and etc. And I think that might be the part that's tough for people to buy.
Sure.
Especially because of like, you know, just like people's assessment of her and the story about how much money she's worth and how much money the tour makes and the variance of it all, etc. But you can leave the documentary thinking like, you know what, this is an extremely generative person, and because she's generating a lot, she sells a lot.
And she's also like meaningfully diverting a lot of those funds to like the people who make that tour happen.
Right. And so I think that that's obviously a focus of it as well.
Yeah.
And I think finally they want you to know that her values are liberal. Mm-hmm. There's a lot in the documentary about her dancers. She really puts a lot of the spotlight on her dancers and the highlight on her dancers and how gender is not a thing on stage. Like one of the male dancers, his dream is to dance Ready for It, but Ready for It is like an all-girl number, and the arc of the episode is him getting to do it because she allows him to do it, and he fucking crushes. And you know, you then look at the stage and you think of the show, and you're like, oh wow, I never thought that person wouldn't be wearing that or shouldn't be acting like this, etc. Like, it really is like a pretty lovely display of diversity in that respect, in all respects. So I think in terms of all that stuff, like, it's super successful, and you get the, I think, very cool stuff, which is watching them record their albums, which I love. I can't see enough of Ariana do.
Yes. Or anybody.
Taylor's great to watch, and I have such an appreciation of her. Watching Ariana is like something different because like I think she's truly a genius in the studio. The way she comps her own vocals and stuff, I would pay to be a fly on the wall, just watch her in the studio for a day. Like,
she'd let you. To answer your question earlier, I think Eternal Sunshine is her best produced album.
Because it was like
it was Max and her and Ilya.
When are we going to the tour?
We're going.
I guess we're going. New York?
Barclays, July.
Is it Barclays?
Yeah. She's doing Barclays and MSG, I think.
Okay, that's chic.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's like. But I've seen that happen before. People do Barclays and MSG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People do that.
Should we talk about
Let's see what else.
Nicki Minaj? I'm gonna cop to something.
Okay.
I'm gonna cop to something. So when that happened with Turning Point,
You thought it was AI?
no. I knew it was her.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone being like, Nikki, we lost her. She's been gone.
She's been gone.
And the writing was on the wall for this because the fact is, Nicki Minaj was kicked out of mainstream culture because she's married to a sex offender, unrepentant. She allegedly was intimidating his victims from like saying anything, doing anything, whatever. That's alleged. And she was picking fights with everyone in music, and it was out of pocket, and she was obviously a bully and unwell. So that's why she went to Turning Point, because she needed an audience at all. She probably wants, like, you know, something out of the president too at some point, but like, she clearly didn't believe one word of what she was saying. That was the most inauthentic thing I've ever fucking seen.
Or maybe she does now because like it's being validated.
I think she's like gone.
Sure.
The whole thing of like, it's okay to be a boy.
Whatever.
I was like, you're saying this to be mean-spirited because you feel like butthurt and disappointed that the people who made your career now take umbrage with the bullshit that you're doing, and so you're railing against them. You don't actually believe that. But anyway, fuck her. But I will say, because I knew she was gone forever, the day after, I took my moment to listen to her music for the last time.
And what did you think?
It's sad.
It's sad. But you know, there are others, there will be others.
I said goodbye.
You said goodbye.
I said goodbye, and then I streamed Am I the Drama? And I watched Cardi be amazing
on Drag Race. So good. Yeah, I have nothing else to add. I was just like, it was all over my FYP, and I was just like,
well, of course.
Right. I was like,
It was ridiculous. Everything going on with the GOP right now is ridiculous. Obviously, it's been that way, but I'm loving watching them fall apart, and I do think that's what's happening.
What else? Housewives. What
do you think of the Meredith of it all in Salt Lake?
I don't count her out.
I definitely don't count her out, but something is fishy about it to me.
What part? Like the fact that she's being like pushed
all
out.
So sure this is the case.
I don't get what the case is.
I think what they're trying to say is that she's got an alcohol or drug problem. Like Mary being like, I see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. I don't know.
I guess like, do you feel as viewers we are seeing what they are claiming they're seeing?
Well, I think we are not seeing the flight footage, which I guess is like...
I texted Andy about it. I was like, does it exist? He said, no, we would have shown it.
That's so wild.
By the way, just to make this explicitly clear...
Oh, God.
I have never had sex with Andy Cohen. I will never have sex with Andy Cohen. At one point, I kind of wanted to in the very, very, very beginning. But if we were going to have fucked, it would have happened by now, probably many times. If you ever see me talking to Andy in a way that would suggest we've had sex, it's because we are flirting because it's funny. He is a friend. He is now our boss. That's what the extent of it.
And if you're gonna make fucking content about this, like, get this person's fucking name right.
Yeah, you that one girl called me Matt Fraser, which obviously, like, I think it was a mistake. But I sometimes think that straight women just need to stop and remember they are straight women before they talk about the way that gay guys are being.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, before you talk about the way gay guys are being, understand, like, there might be something else there.
Totally.
Like, and of course it is like loose between gay men. We just don't think about this stuff as much as you guys are. But Andy and I are having fun. We do owe him a book. That's why he said that to us. That's why I said we were going to have time to work on it soon. Thinly veiled allusion to the fact that we now have a lot more time to work on it. Like, there is no drama or tension between Andy Cohen and I.
It's
nothing.
Fine. I don't know about the Meredith of it all. Anyway, we love her. We love the Marxes.
And I'm just like, I just wish I was seeing
right
what they're seeing.
Totally. I did start watching The Cult of the Real Housewife, the Miriam Cosby doc, and
what was going on?
I'm like, this is
Does it
not well
right?
made. No,
I'm just
like, whatever case you're trying to make here, it's like, okay, but
all those documentaries are such bullshit.
I know, but it's also like they use a lot of like our content. Also, like a lot of friends who like make Housewives.
Our content?
Bravo. They did like take clips of like us like getting Charlie XCX to talk about Miriam Cosby and how much she loves her. Like, it's that
Really?
kind of, it's like, oh well, you didn't clear that with us. Not that they like had to legally, but I'm like, oh, like it just, I don't know. It just kind of seems. This is not to like minimize any of the allegations. It's just like persuasive stuff used to mean something.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh, well, not anymore. Nothing means anything anymore.
Nothing means anything
I
anymore.
open my algorithm now, and it's like, it's all AI. And I don't
course.
want it. And I'm
No.
like, how would anyone coming into the world be able to believe anything at this point? And I think the AI conversation is also so boring.
Right. Yeah. At this point, what feels like rote, or at this point, what feels like eye rolly is like, it's inevitable. It's like, right, but also like, I don't think the appetite for this is linearly going to grow. Like,
No. People. I think the vast majority of people have no appetite for it. But this idea, like, it's coming and you have to deal with it, is making people like sort of resign to the fact.
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to. I guess like you can resign to learning, I guess, how to use AI well or correctly. But what I don't like are people resigning themselves to giving up their creativity or their autonomy in terms of like finding information or creating stuff. Like, that to me is bad, and I think it's confusing when you're like, it's here, get used to it.
What does that? What does get used to it mean?
It's just like an energy that people have about it.
But like, those are the same people who are like having casual conversations with ChatGPT, being like, how are you? It's like, what are you doing?
You
Like, there's a million.
just killed some penguins. There's going to be way less penguins for Bowen to see.
And I want to see them.
He wants to see them bad. This is the trip of a lifetime.
Yes.
Did you what else?
What else?
I'm
Movies.
trying to think.
You know what I think you might be ready for, movie wise. Not to go back to that conversation. Yes, weapons.
Someone watched it on a plane in front of me.
That's,
which you know is my fucking nightmare.
No, well then, yeah. I think you might be ready for sentimental value. It's not like completely.
Of course I am.
Have you seen it yet?
It's not like completely what?
It's not like completely devastating the way that Hamnet allegedly is.
Oh yeah, I heard Catherine's great in it.
Catherine is so funny in it. Catherine, you can tell that Joachim loves her.
We just saw Catherine at Joachim's wedding, and I was like, oh, fucking Catherine.
She's so funny in The Running Man.
She's been booking.
We're thrilled. Fucking love that bitch.
I'm trying to think like what else like there has been. Does any music come out?
December, January is always a tough time.
Yeah, well, we didn't really ever get a chance to talk about Lily Allen. We like it as much as everyone else.
Of course.
It's fucking great. And then there was also...
What else?
Well, next week, Robin will be here. And that's going to be very exciting. And
that's that.
That's that. So I guess it's time for I Don't Think So, Honey.
Yes.
This is the part where we do I Don't Think So, Honey. It's our 60-second segment where we rant, rail, rave, and turn the party, ultimately. And by turn the party, we mean hopefully change hearts and minds about this thing in culture that we just think needs...
I think I will.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, great.
I hope so anyway.
I'm sure you will. This is Matt Rogers' I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Gavin Newsom, if you're going to run for president, you need vocal surgery.
Oh.
You need to remove the polyps on your vocal cords. Listening to you is a nightmare. And I have a feeling you're going to be talking a lot. I don't necessarily want that. I don't think we will win with him. But just go to LA, ask people how they feel being there. But anyway, I do think that while there's a lot of crises in the world,
30 seconds.
The number one actionable thing that Gavin Newsom can do right now is text Savannah Guthrie and get whoever just did her vocal surgery. She just had the polyp surgery. You're going to need to be silent for about 6 weeks afterwards, but don't worry, you can still tweet.
15
seconds. You can still dunk on Trump, which is apparently something that people still think is going to like win, and not speaking directly actionably to people and their concerns, like say Bernie Sanders does, who is the only durable remaining politician over the last decade that's been like consistent and is still around in a meaningful way. Take notes, maybe, but in the meantime, I need to stop hearing your voice as it is.
That's 1 minute. Get vocal surgery. and finish the damn 405.
No, he won't do that.
Why not?
Nothing will happen in California.
I know, no.
Because he's too busy. He's busy doing other shit. And then I get calls from council people who are running in LA, and I tell them exactly what I fucking feel. And they're like, oh, well, it's just hard because this. And I'm like, then talk to Big Boy.
Talk to Big Boy.
Talk to Big Boy and get him to fucking fix California. Because it's never been worse.
No, it's
So
tough.
you think you're going to be the governor of California with that hair and that ex-girlfriend of Kimberly Guilfoyle and that voice and that podcast with the Steve Bannon feature? Just get Nicki Minaj at this point.
I forgot about that.
No, it's a mess.
That's
and I think that
terrible.
because he thinks he can like troll Trump or whatever, and that people know who he is because he makes a fucking spectacle of himself, that he's going to be the one to lead us forward.
Let's run Bernie again.
Bernie is the only politician who
it's
says
the only
exactly what he feels, and I do mean the only one.
Bernie, come on, Las Culch.
Sure.
No, absolutely.
He's the only person who it's actually no bullshit.
This is another thing about early days Las Culture that I regret is being a Hillary stan.
I don't
can't
regret it because I
believe
think we
was-
were trying really hard to just win.
I know, but I feel so silly.
Here's what I'll say: I believe the president should have been Elizabeth Warren.
You and many of the smart Brooklyn gays are aligned in this.
I'm sure we all like share like a certain
Yes.
ideology about all this.
Yeah.
But the fact is, like, the reason we were Hillary stans is because at the time,
It was like
the Bernie
we had
bro
to-
thing.
right.
You remember 2016?
I remember.
Like it was like it got a little thick there with like the way people were talking on the Bernie side, and it was misogynistic and it was tough. And I think at the time there was a very girl bossy, like
That was in.
Obama core-ish, like, hey,
Right.
don't talk like that. We're gonna crash the glass ceiling, girl.
And
I pull my hair back, check my nails. It was a very that, and so I don't look back in regrets because we were part of the culture we were part of. Should we have listened to the populist message all along? Is that ultimately what would work for them? Yes. It's not going to be Gavin Newsom. And anytime a politician is making it too obviously about themselves, I'm already done.
We're out.
Don't waste your money sending to Jasmine Crockett. Do not do it.
I must agree.
Don't do it. You're going to waste your money. Take it from someone who sent Sarah Gideon like a ton of money in Maine. Like, just don't do it. Don't waste your money. Don't do it.
It's hard enough to come by. Another thing, I remember 2016 well. I was reminded of it in Heated Rivalry. That was the year that Boston won. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard to keep track of the sports.
And by the way, I am not being like fatalist about the Democrats' chances.
No.
I'm just saying
It's not Gavin.
they are giving us a wide open opportunity here. Let's not flop by putting up what everyone said they hated in the beginning, which is an establishment like California Democrat. Like it doesn't work.
Who was doing it in the same way that like they've all been doing it, where it's always failed, where it's like Colbert was asking him point blank, like, will you run for president? He's like, that's not my focus right now.
And by the way, that is a version of his voice that's like sounds like crystal clear. I mean, get a fucking surgeon. It's so sick.
It's
and
bad.
how come who is not telling him this?
You what if you get hired to be part of?
I should be his Rahm Emanuel. I would get him together. What you guys don't know is I'm Rahm Emanuel. In like a cunty gay way.
Ooh. And then you're gonna be mayor of Chicago? Is he mayor?
I think he was mayor of I don't fucking
Whatever,
know.
I
I know
don't
he
know.
was like Obama's chief of staff, right? And he was like known as being like a real dick, but like he got shit done. Chief of staff is such an interesting position.
I love it.
Did you read that Susie Wiles article?
No.
Oh, that was tea.
Okay.
I've been in my politics bad.
I am. See, this is me. Like I'm getting off my spaceship, and I'm like I am ready to touch things in the world that I've been away from. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes. Let me just qualify the Jasmine Crockett thing. She's not going to win a Senate seat in Texas, you guys. Like if Beto O'Rourke couldn't do it, like Jasmine Crockett is not going to do it. She is and it's nothing against her. It's just that she is a politician and that she is like, you know, like very well defined already, and I think it's my opinion that we are going to need someone who is less defined at this moment that then rises up. Like, I'm interested in this Tallarico guy from Texas.
Oh, I don't know him.
I'm just interested in him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I haven't seen him before. It would be hard for them to define him as anything other than what he is, which is like a rising Democratic politician from someplace like Texas who is like, yes, speaking a little bit to the middle, but at least he's someone that like we can't define already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom is defined.
Yeah.
I believe Jasmine Crockett is defined.
Yep.
Like, I'm just trying to win here, and I really feel differently than we did in 2016. Like, the way to win now is to, like, go with the energy.
I did just get a text from the people who helped me write her into a sketch.
Who?
Trisha Paytas is mulling a run for Congress. I think I'm gonna say I feel like Trisha, you don't have to do it. Just you're don't worry about it.
Who told you this?
I'm seeing on Twitter.
That Trisha Paytas
The
is
latest in
mulling
California
over...
politics. Trisha Paytas is mulling a run for Congress. Lives in Westlake Village, so would put her in collision course with Julia Brownlee unless she is. Oh, I have my block on my Twitter, but Trisha, you don't have to do that. Don't have to do that. Authenticity.
I have so many
we're
questions
back
about
to being
Trisha.
authentic. We're back to being authentic.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
They
Okay.
said we were done.
They said we were done.
And now next week, Robin's going to come in and they're going to be like, why are they kissing Robin's ass? Here's why we're kissing Robin's ass. Because she's a pop culture icon. And I can say with already, we're going to kiss her ass.
And it's going to be okay.
It's going to be great.
It's still going to
taste like cherry.
It's going to be a free show with 20 minutes of ads that you can fast forward through.
But by the way, we apologize about the ads. And we've made changes.
We're figuring that out. Also... Las Culturistas it's all just them talking to celebrities. We've had like friends on the show, like all of Q4.
No, this
like,
is what I'm
everybody
saying.
Calm
It's like
down.
it's like all the criticism. I'm like, but what about this?
It's easily disproven.
I like. It's like we'll have. I don't care,
Guys. Let us do the show our way, okay?
And yeah. I mean, let us cook, and also like it's just that we're. Like, if we're not doing it exactly like this, it's just because we wanted to make sure that the show was released and we had a great.
We weren't just gonna go off in December.
Oh,
like
my least favorite thing is when they dragged us for doing 3 episodes in one day. They were like, I can't believe they would ever do 3 episodes in one day. You mean work for 8 hours straight?
Yeah, I'm sorry that doesn't.
You're crazy.
Jive with your ethics. I don't understand why that's an issue.
And then they go, well, Matt should have at least changed his shirt.
Fuck off.
I was like, I put on a different overshirt, you asshole. Leave me alone or else.
Or else. This is the last time. This is the last time all year we're going to be addressing this.
No, because this has been so cathartic. This actually is called Exit Interview, parentheses, the cathartic episode. Because I am never looking at this again, and I swear to God, mark my words. Wait, we should really do this.
Mark my
words. We
words.
should get brick.
I have 2 bricks at my house. And there's also Opal, which I love.
What's Opalite?
It's an app that blocks things for you, but if you want to take a break, you can take a break throughout the day, which I do, or it'll ask you if you're sure you want to take a break, and then it'll present you, if you want, like a math puzzle or a puzzle that'll give you a quick dopamine hit, and then it's like, so you got your dopamine hit. Do you still want to take a break? It's cute. It's like,
yeah,
it's really getting in the way of like you like mindlessly scrolling.
Yeah,
and
which I would love to do less of.
Oh, absolutely.
Wouldn't we all?
I think there's like a thing now where it's like, this is again like the commenter survivorship thing. It's like anyone who like has some sense of like self-protection is like weaning off of the phone in their own meaningful way.
I mean, in an era when so much is changing anyway, why not change this one?
Totally. I'm like, I just remember the day when like I left Facebook just sort of cold turkey, and I quit smoking cold
Twitter.
turkey.
You did, huh?
Because this is my thing. Like,
tell this. I think this is good.
I got a suite at the Chelsea Hotel.
You do that's like a customary thing you do at the end of the season.
I've done it once before with Celeste and Sarah, but I got it for myself, and like I had friends over, and we had fun, and then I just had like 2 days to myself at the Chelsea Hotel, and then they got me the balcony suite, which is like the only sort of balcony that like looks
iconic,
looks the Hotel Chelsea sign, and so then like someone left like a pack of cigarettes, and I smoked one on the balcony, and then I like looked up like right before I was gonna check out, and I was like, this would be a chic place to just quit smoking. after I finish SNL, I'm at the Hotel Chelsea. I'm on the balcony. This is the last one. I've since had like cigarettes. I'm just never buying my own again. But no.
I quit cold turkey. I've since had several.
No. So it's not cold turkey, but it's like I'm never gonna buy my own cigarettes ever again. That is my thing, and I get to have one like if I've like had a couple drinks. Like,
you remember the deal we made years ago?
If I would quit smoking if you were in therapy, and now you are, it's so grossly inequitable that I am ready to be honest.
I've just seen, unfortunately, up close.
What happens when you don't?
What happens when smoking and vaping gets out of hand?
Yep.
And I would tell everyone that as a person that's had a first-hand account, do not fuck with it. And it has nothing to do with anything but the smoking and the vaping that I'm talking about. And I promise you, your life will be better without it.
100%.
Because think about it. Think about vaping. Think about how dumb it is. Not that you vape, but like it's you sucking on a machine. Who here does it? Show yourself. You're all very afraid to come forward.
A 14-year-old was doing it next to me on the train. I was like, don't do it on the train.
Well, he'll be dead. But just tell him he'll be dead by 20.
Oh, God.
What? He will. He will.
Anyway.
If you're vaping, you're going to be dead.
I don't think so, honey.
Of course you do.
We've been here 2 hours. Let's.
Should we split the episode into two? No.
People are
just
gonna
one.
like this.
All right. This is a big extravaganza. This is Bowen Yang's. I always go to the compass when I mean to go to the timer.
That's okay.
This is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Fries for the table. This is a myth that it's something that everyone loves. Think about it. Everyone's like, yes, fries for the table. Does it ever get fucking finished? It's a huge waste. You get little potato confetti sitting in a fucking cone at the end of the night. No one's touching it after 5 minutes. It's completely gone. You have a full cup of aioli there because guess what? Aioli also fucking sucks. No one in the Western Hemisphere cares for it.
Aioli contains multitudes. 30 seconds.
It's ketchup all the way. Don't even bother with the aioli, with the mayonnaise. We're in America. As unpatriotic as I might be right now, I still care about that
with
part.
Our Olympics podcast.
Ketchup over
seconds.
mayo and aioli. Fries for the table. It's a lie. It's like we all think we're all on board for it, and then no one fucking touches it by the end.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Let's just get real. Let's get real in 2026. Okay, fries for the table. It's just a myth. No one cares.
That's 1 minute. I
ask me anything.
I will. I'm just gathering my thoughts. What are you talking about?
It is a fantasy. It is in
some
theory.
Of the best films are.
Yes. But in theory, fries for the table makes total sense, right? Oh, everyone's going to nibble on fries. No one's touching it within 5 minutes.
Can I ask you a question?
Of it hitting the table, no one is touching the fries after 5 minutes. Everyone's like, ooh, yes, such a good idea. No one gives a shit after 5 minutes.
Can I ask you a question? But first, can I say one thing?
Yes.
And it's a rule of culture. Umami, more like ooh daddy. That's rule of culture number 3. Umami, more like ooh daddy. I say that because ketchup is umami. What about this? 2 orders of fries for the table.
No, so waste. I'm saying even one order.
But can I ask you a question? Do you think that the reason why one batch of fries doesn't
everyone's too shy
is because everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to put my hand in the one batch of fries. Whereas if say it's a party of 4, right? Instead of one group of fries on the table, because here's the thing, I think we can all agree that everyone wants fries.
Yes.
Okay. Starting there.
Order your own fries.
No, that's too much.
Because Matt, I'm telling you.
4 orders of fries on the table?
I'm telling you, Matt.
SNL threw money at you.
Shut up. I've bought enough. I've paid for enough tables at the SNL after party because that's something we had to do. They still have to do. I've had to pay for so many fries for the tables. I've seen it. I'm practically from experience talking about how
you could teach a college seminar.
I could teach a college seminar on this, a media studies seminar on fries for the table being sort of a societal ideal that never really gets fully enjoyed. That's it. I'm just saying, I have so many data points about this. Oh, there's another half full thing of fries.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be for everybody.
I just feel like it would be a shame for there to be no fries.
Oh,
and I think everyone ordering their own fries is too much.
If one person orders their own fries, they're not going to finish all of them, and then that invites other people at the table to be like, "Can I have some of your fries, Matt?" And you'll be like, "Of course." And then those get finished.
I guess I would rather that already be an assumed fact that of course you can have some of these fries because they're everyone's fries. Also, maybe you're just not dining with the right people. Also, you said
don't talk
nasty.
about the people I dine with.
I will talk about the people you dine with. I just dined with you the other night.
And how was that experience?
Lovely. You had some nasty things to say about aioli.
Yeah, I don't care for it. I only care about mayonnaise if it's used to help toast a grilled cheese.
Is aioli mayonnaise? I hadn't really thought about that.
Basically.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like eggy.
Okay.
What
about Dijon mustard?
I love Dijon mustard.
You're going to be wishing there was fries on the table to have with some of those.
No. I like Dijon when it's in a sandwich.
I like Dijon when it's my last name. Matt Dijon. I love it. Remember my first drag name?
Iran Dijon.
Iran Dijon.
The from the Middle East or something?
Middle East. She was spicy and unstable, just like my borders. This was back in the day when you could be a little problematic because no one was listening.
Anna, how does that make you feel? She's okay with it.
Inshallah, you're okay with it?
Don't say inshallah.
I'm allowed to say inshallah. Sudi Green told me I could. And then I said it in front of Mitra and she wasn't so sure. But inshallah, you'll all let me get away with it at home, the readers.
Well, this was a fantastic episode.
I thought so.
Thank you for getting me to cry, bitch.
I cried too.
We both cried.
This was an emotional roller coaster.
Cathartic release. The Cathartic episode.
Exit interview. Not hashtag. Parentheses. The cathartic episode.
No real edits. I think just the pickups that I have.
I will tell you I have one edit after we end. And we end every episode with a song.
All the things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head.
Text in if you think we should be Ilya and Connor.
Shane. Connor plays Ilya.
Should we be them for Halloween?
Yes, we will.
But you be the white one.
I'll be the white one.
And I'll be the bottom.
Oh my God, can you imagine 7 years without ever changing your haircut like those boys? Anyway,
Wait,
bye.
Wow, they never did.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kapersky.